think straight right now because intros are hard for me. Well, like I'll go through periods of obsessions and then you just like really obsess over something. And one of the things was Christmas. Crazy obsessed. And then it got a little out of hand. Specifically, I started with nutcrackers. I have a million gazillion nutcrackers. I'm gonna do it all right here. So it's already a lot and it's already Christmas explosion. So we're just gonna concentrate it all right here. I feel like I had something to say. Oh, okay, I am going to try and make sense of this story. I'm overwhelmed even just looking at these boxes again. That's how my mind feels too, like all the time. Just, wow, it's a lot of crap. So, bro, yeah, everything changes. Perspective shift. When you work at Target, ew, this stuff just ain't cute anymore. You know, I'm looking at it and, okay, so anyway, the experience is this coincided with my quitting the weed. So I'm like, okay, I'm sad, immobile, and lazy. And I'm doing the whole should thing, you know, that you do to yourself. Oh, I really should utilize my boxes of crap that have sat in the closet for several years. I really should get in the Christmas spirit. I really should make some Christmas content. So it sounded like a good idea. Like, oh, this should cheer me up, you know, Christmas is fun, Christmas is silly. But the whole unboxing was very much one of the clarifying moments, because I definitely have had the attitude where it's like if the rest of the world is just gonna go bananas at the Target day in day out, well then fuck it, you know. Clearly I have thought like fuck consumerism in the way of like pro-consumerism. I guess that didn't make sense, but just, you know, fuck caring about it. Hey, if you can't beat them, join them. There, that's the statement, that's the one. Okay, but you know what? That is a very bad attitude. Me. And here, I actually would love to share with you a very dark story. Sorry. I'm trying to keep this Christmassy, like dark Christmas. Dark, creepy, haunted house. Gonna jump out and frighten you like, ew, seated growth. It's not cute. That's why this is an appropriate story. So when your mom would have said, or your teachers, hey, if your friends are gonna jump off a bridge, would you do that too? And I, like, what a stupid thing to say, right? Like, of course not. Like, so a more useful real life example is once upon a time in Albuquerque, where I used to live, there's a man, semi-homeless man who sells roses to people at the bars. One time I was having coffee with him and he told us this super dark story about when he was young. He walked down the hall of the very not so lovely building that he lived in, and he walked in on his dad and his dad's friends. Well, no, okay, so his dad was not participating, but his dad's friends were taking turns on a young, and it really traumatized young lad. And his father took him to the side and said, "Son, we all draw our own moral compasses in the sand. You might not be able to stop what other people do, but you do not have to participate." Well, and I think about that story all the time because it's true. I mean, like, other people doing something or not should have nothing to do with your own value system. And if you find it discouraging what we're doing to the planet, you shouldn't contribute. Rewind. I should not participate in the way that I am disgusted by just because other people are not. So when I'm unboxing this hordes and hordes of crap, it was not fun. I was starting with this intro, trying to get in the mood. Not only did it not cheer me up, but I mean, it made me really sad. Oh my God, how did this even happen, you know? It's like this silly stuff isn't what makes it fun. It's being with people and making them laugh that's fun, or making yourself laugh, or, you know, laughing together and these kinds of things can be funny, but it's not like you need it. And without the people, it's definitely not funny. It's not silly by itself. These things are obvious, but sometimes they're not. You know, it's like sometimes the most obvious things are not obvious. Otherwise, I would not be so confused by so many people's behavior. We all really have a hard time like self-reflecting. So I'm gonna like, say, hey, not the only one here. But you know what? That's an aside. Sorry. Just saying, we all really need to do some more like self-reflection and not judging other people, because it's not productive. So that is my preachy thing. But otherwise, me and I statements. Me am disgusted with me looking at these boxes of stuff. It can easy to be thinking like, if you can't do everything right, then why even try? But it's kind of like a sliding scale at the, like, well, what can you do? Like, we're not gonna turn you away. Any little contribution you make, I make, we make, any little one every day is better than not one. So that was the thing I was learning too about my nutcrackers, was like they're starting to get boring. Like at first it was like, really, I got most of these in like a couple year span, because I get like really obsessive. So just as quickly it burned out, and I was starting to notice just these are all exactly the same. I don't have visions of me being a mom. I have visions of me being a grandma, but I forget that in order to be a grandma, I have to be a mom first. It's like, my nutcracker seems stupid. Even if I'm going to be a teacher, it's just like, where would all these go? So somebody who does want to have a special memory with the family, in 100 years, that go, oh, Grandma so-and-so's nutcracker collection. I said I don't want to be attached to any of this stuff, and I don't want to have any excuses, so I just got rid of all of it. The only things I kept, I did keep a few things. I don't want it to be like coming back to me. I kept lights, kept a few things, but for the most part, I got rid of all of it. I believe in the universe. I think it went to the right people. They were like, oh my God, we collect these. This is so amazing. And they left me a very lovely text, and it made me feel very butterfly special. So I'll include that right here, because if I try and read it, I'll try and say it all cheesy, because I won't want to say it all sentimentally. So you can read it if you want to, but it was just nice. It's nice. Assume that it's nice, right? Somebody's going to be like, oh my God, thank you so much for the nutcrackers. And it was like, you know what? You're freaking welcome. I mean that genuinely. See, this is what I mean. I can't say things. I can be only a smart ass only. For the most part, I gave all of this stuff to the thrift store. And from now on, Christmas crafts only. So I'm annoyed with myself, because forever I've been bothered watching the generations kind of, I don't mean to turn it into a generational thing. I mean to turn it into, again, the corporations, but you just see kind of the degree to which they brainwash everybody, or like take things away from us and sell it to us in a way that they're making us seem like it's convenient or easier. But for example, just how plastic eggs slowly took over the dyeing of the eggs. Now plastic eggs are much more common because they're easy. Or how the boxes of Valentines took over the handmade Valentines. Or how the crap costumes took over the homemade costumes. Okay, why deny your kids an opportunity to be creative and to be proud of their creative accomplishments? It's irritating that, like, what are you trying to provide for the kids? I'm talking to parents now. You think you're providing them, like, joy, but the joy also is from the creativity, not from, like, yay, I got to dress up as a character for 5 minutes. Like, sure, that's fun, but it's even more fun when you got to, like, make it, think about it. And when I lived in China for a time, a long time ago, and me and my friends wanted Halloween costumes, but that's not a holiday there, obviously. So, but we did hear about there was a place way out in the Goonies. If we took like 800 buses and subways for 2 hours and went out, and found it. So we did. We went on this adventure, and we end up at this like giant warehouse. There was it wasn't like a store. It's like a warehouse, and there's only like a couple costumes to choose from. But like my memory of it is like this mountain high pile of them. And they look so cheap. All of those costumes are really cheap, but somehow they seem worth $20 when you put like a Target tag on it and hang it up and, make it shiny with the fluorescent lights. But when you see it piled up high in the warehouse, again, I did have the attitude of like, fuck it. Like, if you can't beat them, join them. But, oh, no. Don't like it. I am not fucking that. That was another thing, too. See, me, I'm so annoying. I'm like hating Target, period, anyway, before even all of my Christmas unwrapping. But on my last day, when I had already said, I am not shopping at Target anymore. I hate this place. I hadn't necessarily thought about every single corporation yet, but definitely Target. I'm not supporting these people. They don't get my money. They already hoard it. But then they had a Pride Nutcracker, and I was like, oh, well, I want the Pride Nutcracker. I mean, come on, it's a Pride Nutcracker. And then I said, look at you already easily making excuses. So I said, okay, well, no, this is good. This is my first challenge. And so I said, oh, I want to make my own Christmas crafts. So I have a blank Nutcracker now. And I'm going to make a way better, one-of-a-kind Pride Nutcracker. And a gingerbread house that is a post-apocalyptic Target where I get to, like, build it and then smash it. And all of the people are burning the wrapping paper to stay warm. Won't that be fun? Okay, cool. Okay, so, perfect segue. Once again, the background to what I'm listening to H3 with their White Claw gay person talking shit about the crafts. And I'm like, oh my God, yes, exactly, right? They're shitty. They're shitty quality. They're boring. They're all the same. Now let's listen to the background where H3 is talking about how shitty Target is, kind of in a roundabout way.
Hold on, Gabe.
Hold on, Gabe. No,
Wait, 5 seconds.
Wait, bring Gabe out. Bring Gabe out. Bring him back in 5 minutes. He's on too early for that.
We're over a minute in.
We are? Okay, hey, baby.
Damn.
You making gingerbread houses?
Damn, it's falling apart right now. I'm
Oh.
frustrated about it.
Don't lie.
Those collapsing,
Oh,
the
no.
foundation, fuck.
Delicious.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
So you're in the Christmas spirit, huh?
oh yeah, definitely. Christmas spirit, everybody's happy. Christmas weekend, baby. It's kind of like candy juice, which is kind of like part of it. And then put some lights, Christmas lights,
Love
and the
that.
roof is falling off.
Oh, man.
Which-
Well, it's easy access for Santa if you want to be optimistic about it.
Oh yeah, that'd be a good idea.
Yeah, you can get the whole damn sleigh in that house, huh?
We could just go through the attic and then through the fireplace, I guess. Right now it's just frustrating. There's that cheap frosting that's like glue. I wish they make edible glue or something. Fuck.
You can eat
You can eat
glue.
Elmer's.
Yeah, you can eat glue.
You can eat Elmer's.
Yeah, you can eat Elmer's.
Elmer's glue.
Yeah, I don't recommend it though. Yeah.
Okay, I bet you anything that I did not say what I meant to say here in 12 minutes I've been talking or whatever, however minutes. And then I'll have to make an addendum and go, wait, here's my point. Was it not clear? It's not the stuff that makes it fun. It's the people and the creativity. And without them, it's just a whole bunch of shit. Reference back to the Nutcracker video. Okay, wait. Oh no. I'm not being clear. It didn't make sense. So let me say it again. This time I'll be clear. And then everybody says, girlfriend, you keep saying the same thing. Well, you said this already. We get it. And I say, no, I don't think you get it because I wasn't clear. And they say, oh, we're just tuning you out now. But I said, okay, that's fine. But I'm going to say it again. Anyway, what are we even talking about anymore? Okay, I think we're talking about Fall Harvest Festival. Well, I mean, I know we're talking about Fall Harvest, Harvest Festival. That's only funny to me, I think. Hey, it's Farvest. That's much... That's much more concise. Farvestival. Okay, I love it. So I was talking about Farvestival. Farvestival 2020 and 2021. But I know we were talking about Farvestival. So let's go back to Farvestival and say the obvious thing that I keep saying over and over and over again. Hanging out with the family and friends is fun, right? Cooking is awesome. Zen, nice time. Designing, decorating. And my Farvestivals are always quiet and they always involve board games. So they're quiet until they're really, really loud. So my family's like really quiet and really loud. If that makes sense. I think it does make sense because if you know me, you know that I'm really quiet and really loud. But you don't know me. But you can pretend you do. Put me on a pedestal because I hate that. I mean, I love it because it's flattering. I'm crazy. But in a good way. But in a bad way. But what am I even talking about? Am I being clear? Am I understood? I'm gonna stop now. I'm making myself laugh, but you can pause me and stop me anytime. So shut the fuck up if you don't like it. What are you even complaining about? I'm just kidding. I want you to like it. Who are you? Who are you? Who am I? Where is the world headed? What number does the number 13 represent? Good or bad? Astrologically, is there any significance to the 13? Like, is the 13 out? Like, a lot of stuff you go, oh, that's wacky. But then you go, oh, wait, there's magic in the world. So is there magic to 13? Will somebody tell me in the comments below? I probably won't read them. People are mean. I'm just kidding. I totally want to connect with people. And if you say mean things to me, I'm just going to use it as an opportunity to make content. Like, I'm going to make jokes out of it. So just be prepared for that. Okay, I'm really going to stop talking now because yeah, I really will go forever. What? Stop.